Mind you, there was a release on Light Chateau by Dean today, or yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anyone saw it.
No, I got home and forgot about it.
It's a DC-15.
What was on it, sorry?
Which is a...
So, might not, let me think.
It's a good pixel. That is one hour forward.
I better not show personal emails, but it's on the Light Show Pro website. So basically, the programming of the new release is being set back till next year. It's similar to like Autorama. They've had to set back some of their plans as well. In fact, the problem with software is that people, it's very expensive now. It's becoming very hard to program and things like that. So you're starting to find this is starting to become common now because the resources that go into it and the payback, it's just not really there. So they have to spread it out a bit more. Just can't just throw a whole bunch of resources at it because it's not a very good business model. But saying that, let's go to Glediator. Glediator is a nice piece of software. The beautiful thing about Glediator is a couple of things. Of course, it's free. But the other advantage with Glediator is it's not platform dependent. So it runs off Java, so it can run on any system basically. And it's only a 1 meg download, so it's really small, but really powerful. So we'll get that started here. Where's Glediator? So yeah, it's just a matter of doesn't even have to be installed, that's just the zip file that came in. So we're presented with this screen here. So it sort of has a similar feel and look to Matrix in some ways. And then you basically can use things like, we can use these different effects. So we can say, okay, I can use animated GIFs, I can do a capture, we can do expanding objects like this. We can then add an extra layer to that one too and say, okay, up to 5 layers on this, so we can go, okay, expanding blocks with falling objects at the same time. Some fire at the same time. So you can start really mixing and matching, and then we can go here and we can say, we'll do something here with fade and scroll. There's quite a few different effects here, as you see. So we can do, so we can then configure that to do what we want to say. And then from there we can sort of cross blend these.
Is your power in, Eddy?
Yeah.
I
was thinking that.
So then we can cross-fade these. We can go fade across, centre fade so it's got both. We can just fade that so it's more that or less that. So a lot of power there for something that's free. It's very similar to Matrix kind of feel. We can then record that if we want. We can use live music feedback as well. I don't think I've got any real decent songs on here. Another thing I really like is being able to, you can actually put live video onto this. So what I'll do is I'll just get my webcam going, which is usually just, I just usually get, where are we? Right, so there's a webcam there. I know, beautiful face.
It's rated here,
Yeah, I know. My ugly mug. Then I can go to capture. Then what I'll do is I'll make a configure generator. It comes up with this screen here. So I'll make that smaller. And I'll get rid of all these effects. Now, as you can see, they're already ready to go. Up the right side there. So now we've got a live stream to our mega tree if we want. So you can set a camera up and you can have the kids dancing in front of the tree, and the image will be up to the tree. So really effective kind of thing, and we can then see we can then mix in and blend things together. So for a free piece of software. It's 1 meg that's not platform dependent. It's a lot of power that you can do a lot of things with this. We can even add music, and then we can have like music beat going. So you can mix a whole bunch of different effects to create the kind of effect. Really good for trees. I just thought I'd just quickly show you this. I'm not going to really show more of it, but I think a lot of people haven't sort of seen this before, have maybe heard about Glediator, but actually haven't had time to have a look at it and see the power of it and how simple it is to use. As you sort of see, it's not a hard tool to use to mix and make your effects. And that's really what it boils down to. You've got different ways you can manage your effects, your values, lower limit, upper limits. So there's a lot of power here. We can trigger, things different ways. So we can make things rotate. We can make things, you can pretty much do anything. So just thought I'd just show you guys that. So that's basically Glediator. So,
Eddie, what do you do with that? Do you export that then out to Glediator or LS2 or something?
you can actually export this to Xlights.
Right.
Then you can convert it.
Yep, or if you're doing a live stream like this, you would just have your tree just hooked up to it and that's it. And you might have the rest of your show going as it is. I haven't actually played a great deal with it, but I'm pretty sure you can actually set triggers on this as well. So it's just it's like a matrix. So a lot of people, what they do is they use their mega tree with matrix. Some people, they spend like a couple of grand just buying the software for matrix, and then run it on Glediator the rest of their show and just send triggers. Well, this is a much cheaper alternative because it's free. And I play with Matrix. Matrix is a good tool, but I think this is, for what it is, it's user-friendly. They've really nailed this. They're a bunch of Dutch guys that developed this software. I did get in contact with them, and I did speak to them, and I did say to them, come to join the forum and things like that. But in Denmark, it's warming up to summer, and they said they're too busy now with the summer period coming up. So we might see them when things cool down again, but they know about us now.
Will you be able to run that on the Raspberry?
On that screen?
No, on the Raspberry.
On the Raspberry, no. Unless you import, because with the Raspberry, you could export to Xlights and then save that to Xlights and then import to the Raspberry. You can do it that way. But you wouldn't get the live output. So to get the live output, you have to basically be using the software for the live output. I'm showing.
So this is E131
At
out?
E1.31. So I had it tested on using ArtNet through Minion Matrix, and it was only a low resolution matrix, but it worked really well. And I was pretty happy with the end result of it. So as you can see, I mean, that's not a really high resolution matrix, but you could sort of see the image that's already, it's showing that it's going to show
So
in
you
the matrix.
predefine your preview windows as your matrix, yeah?
What's that?
Your preview windows up in Glediator, yeah, there.
Yep.
So you predefine them as the size of your matrix.
Yeah, so
If you go up to options, is it? Options, matrix size.
Yeah.
so that's a 32 by 16.
Yep.
So you can then set that to the resolution, so we can go. And so there you go, it just changes. That's a lower resolution again.
Starting to look better, Ed.
Well, is this
Starting to look a little bit of current affair, isn't it?
I've seen him before, something.
Is that better for you? But I said a lot of power there for a free bit of software. You know, I'm pretty amazed that these guys produce this and just said, here you go, download. When you consider that it's got a lot of matrix ability, and Matrix charge you an arm and a leg for it, for their software. So that's pretty much it there. Just quickly give you a quick look at what they can do. So now, I think people want to have a look at, so I think now we'll break up in our groups.
How many software groups have we got? Because we might actually utilise this projector up the top there, and we might move that one over to another wall. And we can have a couple of bigger screens go. Light Show Pro is obviously a big one that people want to watch.
How many people want the Light Show Pro? Okay, so we'll probably keep them on this one, eh?
Yeah, well, we'll just
swap that to the
swap
big
that
projector.
over to CGA, it'll be all right.
How many for Lightorama?
Will he cricket?
You got a free afternoon, John.
Cool.
And Vixen.
Price point.
Anyone, I don't know whether there was anyone left over out of that, but apart from that, it's just
Still don't think I'm going to use it.
grab someone and talk about whatever.
Alright, so what do you want to set up for Vixen, Steve?